There's a high chance that your vibe-coded app will require users to log in, but without these security tips, you're at risk for an attack called a SQL injection and much more. Let's fix that. So there are multiple ways that you can code a login feature, and some are more convenient or common, and others are more secure. You can see a list of login types below. Feel free to screenshot that to look up later. Now, we can't even kind of cover all of those in this short 90-second video, but for our Security Essentials course, you should know about some of the big oversights that your AI tool might have made, especially when it comes to the most basic common login. That login is where you have a user register with you for an account, and then they later log in with their username and password they created. In our vibe-coded app, we want to check for 3 things. The first is that there are no usernames or passwords written directly into the code. That's a no-no. The second is that passwords are stored with some breakfast razzle dazzle, which I'll explain in a minute. Well, in like 10 seconds. And the third thing is that we're double checking what users are actually typing into those boxes. Don't worry, don't be shy.
I asked 5 different AI tools to create me a login feature with no further instructions like a vibe coder might do, and this is what I found. This is just a sample of what you might see. When using just regular ChatGPT, first of all, the model didn't even provide code at first, but I found a test user with a place for their email and password in the code, and those quotation marks mean they're directly written in. Now, we don't store user passwords at all in an app. We add the breakfast razzle dazzle. You hash or hash brown them to apply a secure algorithm, and then you salt them to add extra characters. Remember, nobody wants unsalted hash browns. Actually didn't catch AI messing up hashing and salting, but make sure the AI tool uses a library for these actions and doesn't code it themselves. Finally, your code should check what's being typed into the login boxes to prevent malicious activity. When asking Gemini if the code had input validation, it says, to be honest, it wasn't really there. Want to ask your AI tool where validation is happening and how it's happening. The AI tool should do input validation server side. We also want input sanitization, and this is a weird thing Claude did where it like advertised to everybody that was happening. If you have already generated code for an app, ask your AI tool where input validation and input sanitization is happening. I believe all the AI tools also mentioned what validation or sanitization was missing and how you could improve the security. When using Copilot, I actually asked it to give me a prompt in the future when I want to create a login feature that has this validation and sanitization. And here's that prompt. Feel free to screenshot it or to try it yourself.
So the second common login type that your AI tool might give you is when your user can log in using a social platform like Facebook or some other service like Google. Should I create a video about securing this type of login? Let me know down in the comments, and if you're enjoying this series, follow along for the next Vibe Coding Securities Essentials tip. Ciao.